Greetings, YouTube. I was listening to a talking head on NPR recently, and the person casually mentioned the fact that they have Republican friends, while they themselves are what they self-describe as liberal. And I'm thinking that they're more of like the classic definition of liberal, so they're just like NIMBYs. They're okay with changes as long as those changes happen way over there and those changes don't adversely affect their life. Okay? They're not real allies to marginalized people. They just like to think of themselves in a positive light, even though they will do nothing to change the institutional systems that are oppressing women and minority groups, gay people, trans people, black people. They won't change those systems. They just won't actively make them worse. They're real happy with the status quo. But here's the thing. I can't have Republican friends. Flat out. And if I discover someone I know, particularly say people I work with, are in fact Republicans, I just stop talking to them. I just stop. And I never speak to them again unless it's absolutely required by my job. I'm a first aider. I'll help anybody who's in need. But I'll never talk to them on a personal level again. Because I don't need to. I've heard the rhetoric. I'll be 60 in less than 2 months. I've listened to every single possible thing that a white nationalist could say. All of them. I've listened to everything a Christian fundamentalist could possibly say. All of it. There are no new things under the sun that they're going to spout at me. I don't need to listen to their bigotry. I don't need to listen to their justifications. I simply cannot have Republican friends. Now, I'm very happy to say that amongst the people I do hold dear and near to my heart, there aren't any. Because over the years, I've cultivated people in my life that are progressives, or I'll admit, some of them are more status quo liberals, not willing to change things, but at least they're not willing to make them worse, and they're not going to vote for any Republicans. I have friends that are progressive, who strive to really make differences, to accept their own bullshit and admit they made mistakes, and try to do better, who are willing to admit that they've been born into privilege just by virtue of being, a white person or a well-off person, or in some cases being born a straight cis man. That's a big advantage in America. So I just can't have friends that are Republican. They are part of a death cult as far as I'm concerned. They're part of a terrorist organization. That sounds harsh. You may think it's an act of hyperbole on my part, but it isn't. I truly believe that the Republican Party is a terrorist organization. Their goal is to destroy America to benefit a handful of billionaires. Literally, I think it's like what 400 or less people that they're kissing us ass on, that they're sucking up to. They'll do anything to keep the billionaires happy, including putting all of us into serfdom, including stripping women of absolute bodily autonomy, taking away their abortion rights, their access to birth control, taking away their right to vote. They are definitely people in the Republican Party that would do all of that given the opportunity. They would turn black people and brown people and Asian people and indigenous people back into slaves if they could. They'd strip them of all their rights. And if you think I'm joking, go read Project 2025. Go listen to what they say when they think there isn't anyone listening to them. Thankfully, that's getting harder and harder to do. So, like I said, I can't have any Republican friends. If someone in my life comes out and tells me that they are supporting the shit gibbon, well, you're dead to me. I have no use for you in my life anymore. You've just admitted to me that you are absolutely morally and ethically bankrupt. Congratulations. It may sound harsh to folks, but if somebody admits to me that they're a Republican, they're gone.